We also have an etiquette dinner it's usually the juniors. Is that right? And it's basically, you just go, you bring your resume, and they can look over it and make any changes to it while you're eating. And you have a speaker there teaching you how to eat properly if you're in like a setting where you're doing that, like have a dinner interview or something like that. Business people and boosters and things like that come to the dinner and sit at tables with the athletes, so that's a good networking opportunity for everyone. So, and everyone obviously like dresses up, and it's, you know, business casual clothing, so it's a good event.
We also put on our talent show. It's the 4th or 5th year in a row, and that was pretty successful. We do it differently than you. We do teams do their event or their act instead of just individual performers, and so it's kind of like another competition between the teams, and it really gets it exciting, and it goes well. And we like usually have them pay like $2 or $3, and we always give it to a charity, which is a great way to fundraise, and we get the whole community involved. We put it on Craigslist this year actually to get more people to come, and so there were a lot of like outside people that came in, which was really nice to have that support. And we get just like professors from around the school to be judges so that they feel more involved with the athletic department, which is also a good way to get our names out there.
Beginning all athlete project like the first or second week of school with Project Linus, which is a non-for-profit organization that gives blankets to children in need, and there's the tie blankets, so it's gonna be like a 2.5-hour contest, and we're gonna get like little teams together to see who can make the most blankets. And we do a Halloween kids night out and Valentine's Day, and Halloween's great because the student athletes get dressed up in the costumes, and so even if there are more student athletes than there are kids from time to time, it's still hilarious and a good time because people get really into it.
The first annual Student Athlete Talent Show, and I know we've heard enough about this today, but basically it was just a great way to connect fans and athletes to raise support for a great cause, which was the Baby Fold. It's a local, I guess it's kind of a center for underprivileged children in the Normal area in Illinois. So it was great to work with them. They were very supportive, very, very helpful, and it was good to interact with the kids a little bit. And I guess the best part about the Student Athlete Talent Show, as many of you know, it's a great way to compete against everybody in your school. So you don't always get to compete like with the golf team or the baseball guys. So it gives you a little bragging right. So that's always fun.
Did Sycamore Parents Night Out for the March of Dimes, and that was actually on Valentine's Day. So it was our first year for it, and we had I don't know exactly how many kids we had, probably less than 30, but the smaller the group for the first time I think was better because we learned a lot, and I think it's something that we can definitely continue on. The parents got to go out for Valentine's Day, and they dropped their kids off for 3 hours, and we take care of babysitting for really cheap, and I think it was really successful, and hopefully we can start advertising that a little bit earlier next year when we do it and get more people to come out and be involved with us. So.
But then as a SAAC, we kind of spearheaded Movember. It starts in November, and all the men will start growing mustaches. It's to raise awareness for men's health and cancer. One of our men's volleyball players was diagnosed with testicular cancer and is a survivor of that. So we supported him in that, and that was a big thing all in the fall. All of our administrators did it. You just created kind of like a team online, and it's an international thing that we were part of, and we were one of the biggest fundraisers for that. So that was really exciting.
We get together at the end and we'd have our Bears All Sports Showcase, which we kind of try to mock the ESPYs and kind of have like a red carpet deal and some videos and awards. It's a good event to get everybody together and just recognize some achievements of your fellow student athletes, because there's not very many times where we can all get together and really hang out. So it's a good event. It's kept getting better and better as the years have gone on.
One thing that we started doing is it's called the Pro Joe Challenge, and it's a dodgeball tournament with pro teams being like athletes, and you just get teams with other athletes and stuff like that, and then you play the Joes, which are just regular intramural, non-athletic regular people. So yeah, then we just had a big old dodgeball tournament, and we even had an administrative staff. They made a team this year, and they played too. So that's been pretty fun. And like with, all the money because it costs like $20 per team to get in, and we donate that money to a charity. This year we donated to a children's hospital.
And we would help out with, like Anita said yesterday, hospital stuff, Boys and Girls Club. We did this Just Read, where some people would go to this elementary school and read with kids, and also participate with them in PE and encourage them to stay fit and exercise. So those are some positive things that we were able to do, and we're hoping to build off that.
But inside of our Shocker Life things, the things that we do support are similar to that. We're thinking about I know that they're working on putting together an ESPYs type awards thing at Wichita State, and then just random like life events, I guess you could say. Like I had mentioned earlier, the Ford dealership coming in and teaching kids random things. The budgeting, life skills is mostly what it will entail. So yeah, but our SAAC is really this upcoming year is going to take a role of just serving as a voice of student athletes to our athletic administrators.